Hello, my dear friends. Let's talk about something really exciting and helpful today. How to speak English while traveling. Whether you're traveling for the first time or you're a regular globetrotter, one of the biggest challenges many people face is communicating in English when they're in a foreign country. Now, I know this topic can feel scary for many people. Maybe you've already imagined yourself standing at the airport, trying to ask someone for directions, but the words don't come out. Or maybe you're at a restaurant in another country, looking at the menu, and you don't know how to order. That hesitation, that fear, I've been there too. Trust me, you're not alone. But today, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to prepare yourself, build your confidence, and actually enjoy speaking English while traveling. We're going to go deep, not just about grammar or vocabulary, but real-life situations, phrases, mindset tips, and even body language tricks that can help you communicate better, even if your English isn't perfect. So sit back, relax, and let's begin this journey together. Why speaking English while traveling is important. Let's start with the why. Why should you speak English while traveling? Well, English is the global language, used in airports, hotels, restaurants, tourist attractions, taxis, and even emergency situations. No matter where you go, from Japan to Germany to Brazil, chances are someone around speaks at least some English. And if you speak even a little, it opens up the whole world for you. You can ask for help, make friends, avoid getting lost, understand signs and announcements, explore confidently without needing a translator all the time. And the best part? When you try to speak English, people usually appreciate the effort. Even if you make mistakes, they'll try to help you, because communication is about connection, not perfection. The biggest fear: what if I say it wrong? Let me tell you something important. When you're traveling, people don't expect you to speak perfect English. They just want to understand you. So even if you say, "Where is Busco City?" instead of, "Excuse me, could you please tell me where the bus to the city center is?" It's okay. You're communicating, you're trying, and that's what matters. So drop the fear of grammar. Focus on speaking clearly, using simple words, and saying it with confidence. That's the real trick. What to prepare? Before your trip now, let's prepare. Before you even start your journey, you can build a small travel English toolkit. This includes phrases, questions, and vocabulary that will be useful in many situations. Let me share some of the most important ones. 1. At the airport. Where is the check-in counter? Can I see the departure gate? What time does the flight leave? Where is the luggage claim area? 2. On the plane. Can I have some water, please? Where is the restroom? How long is the flight? 3. In a hotel, I have a reservation. Can I check in early? Where is my room? Can you help me with the Wi-Fi? Is breakfast included? 4. Asking for directions. How can I get to the museum? Is it far from here? Which bus should I take? Can you show me on the map? 5. At a restaurant. Can I see the menu, please? Do you have vegetarian options? I'm allergic to nuts. Can I have the bill, please? 6. Shopping. How much is this? Do you accept credit cards? Can I try this on? Is there a discount? So, before you travel, take time to learn and practice these phrases. You don't need to memorize 1,000 words. Just master the basic ones you will use often. You can write them in a small notebook or on your phone and practice them out loud. Try saying them with emotion, like you're in the real situation. How to practice. Speaking before you travel. This is where most people stop. They memorize the phrases but don't actually practice speaking. And then, when the real situation comes, they freeze. So let's fix that. Here are ways to train your speaking muscle before you go. 1. Talk to yourself. Look in the mirror and say, "Hi, I'd like to check in, please." "Excuse me, where is the nearest metro station?" It may feel silly, but it works. Your brain gets used to producing English. 2. Use role play. Imagine situations and act them out. Pretend you're at a restaurant and practice ordering food. Pretend you're lost and asking someone for help. You can even record your voice and listen to it later. This helps you spot areas to improve. 3. Use English travel videos. Watch YouTube videos about airport English, hotel conversations, etc. Repeat what the speakers say. Pause the video, say it yourself, and try to match their tone and speed. 4. Use AI tools or language apps. Use apps where you can speak and get feedback. Or even speak with me. You can simulate real conversation and build confidence. The goal is to make your mouth comfortable with English sounds so they don't feel new when you're in a real situation. Mindset. Tips for speaking English. While traveling now, let's talk about mindset. This is the most powerful part. 1. It's okay to make mistakes. Remember this always. Your goal is to communicate, not to speak perfect grammar. If people understand you, then it's a win. 2. Use your hands and face. When you can't find the right word, use gestures, smile, point, or act things out. It really helps. For example, if you want to ask for water, just show a glass motion. 3. Speak slowly and clearly. You don't have to talk fast. Speak slowly. Use short, simple sentences. That's enough. 4. Repeat if needed. If someone doesn't understand you, repeat, or say it in a different way. For example, where's the station? If they don't understand, train station. Where is it? That's smart communication. 5. Listen carefully. Don't be afraid to say, "Can you please repeat that?" "Sorry, I didn't understand. Can you say it slowly, please?" It's normal. Even native speakers ask these things. Real-life travel scenarios and conversations. Let's go deeper. I'll now walk you through real conversation examples from a traveler's life. Checking into a hotel. "Hi, I have a reservation." Receptionist. "Sure. Can I see your passport, please?" You. "Yes, here it is." Receptionist. "Your room is 304. Here's your key card." You. "Thank you. Is breakfast included?" Receptionist. "Yes, from 7 to 10 in the morning." Simple, right? Asking for directions. You. "Excuse me, how can I go to the Central Park?" Local person. "Go straight and turn left. It's near the big museum." You. "Thank you so much." Local person. "No problem. Enjoy your trip." Ordering food. Waiter. "Hello, are you ready to order?" You. "Yes. I'll have a chicken sandwich and a glass of orange juice, please." Waiter. "Great choice. Anything else?" You. "No, that's all, thank you." These types of short, polite conversations are what you'll use most. What to do when you don't understand. Sometimes you'll face a situation where someone speaks too fast, or you don't understand a word. Here's what you can say. Sorry, could you say that again, please? Can you speak slowly? I don't understand. Can you write it down? What does that mean? Don't feel shy. Asking for help is completely okay. Also, always carry a translation app. You can use it to show a sentence or understand signs. But try English first. It helps you learn faster. Daily practice ideas. While traveling now, once you're traveling, how can you keep practicing? Here's how. 1. Speak to hotel staff daily. Say, good morning, ask questions, or chat about the weather. These small talks build fluency. 2. Talk to other travelers. You'll meet people in hostels, tours, cafes. Say, where are you from? Is this your first time here? What places do you recommend? Travelers love sharing their experiences. 3. Use English everywhere. Even if people speak your language, try using English in shops, taxis, or restaurants. This is real practice. 4. Keep a travel diary in English every night. Write a few lines about your day in English. Today I visited the beach. It was beautiful. I met a tourist from Italy. We talked about food. It helps you think in English and remember words better. Bonus tips to sound more natural. If you want to sound more friendly and natural, try using these. Excuse me, to get attention politely. Can I please? Thank you very much. Have a nice day. No worries. That's okay. And always smile. It makes communication easier and friendlier. English for unexpected travel situations. Now, real travel isn't always smooth. Sometimes unexpected problems happen. Your luggage might get lost, your flight could be delayed, or you might need help urgently. Let's prepare for those too. 1. Lost luggage at the airport. Here's what you might need to say. Excuse me, my bag is missing. I didn't receive my luggage. It was a black suitcase with a blue ribbon. Can you help me fill out a lost baggage report? Also useful. What should I do now? When can I expect it? Will it be delivered to my hotel? Just remember to stay calm and speak slowly. 2. Missed flight or bus. Hi, I missed my flight. What can I do? Is there another flight today? Can I change my ticket? Is there a penalty or extra charge? Polite tone makes a big difference here. Being respectful and using short, clear sentences helps you get support more easily. 3. Lost or stolen passport. One of the scariest situations, but stay calm. You can say, I lost my passport. I think it was stolen. Where is the nearest embassy or police station? Can you help me contact my embassy? It's always smart to have a photo of your passport saved online or in your email. 4. Medical emergency. Even if you're not fluent, these phrases can help a lot. I need a doctor. I don't feel well. I have a fever, stomach pain, headache. Is there a hospital nearby? I am allergic to penicillin, nuts, seafood. Knowing even a few of these could save your life or help you support someone else in trouble. Cultural tips when speaking English in different countries. When you speak English in a foreign country, you're not just using words, you're also showing respect for the local culture. And this can help you connect more deeply with people. Let me share a few simple culture-based speaking tips. 1. Politeness matters. In many countries, being polite is everything, so always say, please, thank you, excuse me. Sorry, it changes how people respond to you. 2. Avoid slang or jokes. When speaking English to people from different cultures, it's safer to avoid complicated slang, sarcasm, or jokes because it can be misunderstood. Stick to, "That's great. I love it here. It's very beautiful." Simple compliments go a long way. Using English in different accents. Another challenge you might face is understanding different English accents. For example, a British person might say lift instead of elevator. An American might say restroom instead of toilet. An Australian might say thongs instead of flip-flops. So how do you deal with this? 1. Don't panic. Just because you don't understand a word doesn't mean the whole conversation is lost. 2. Ask nicely. Say, "Sorry, could you explain what that means?" "What does loo mean?" "I'm not familiar with that word." Most people will explain and you'll learn something new. Power phrases for confidence. When you're nervous, having go-to phrases can help you feel more in control. Try these. "I'm still learning English, but I'll try." "Can I say that again?" "Let me check my phone." "1 second, please." This gives you time to think. These short phrases buy you time and show people you're trying. They'll respect that. Practice in small doses. During the trip. Even while traveling, you can keep learning and growing. Here's how. 1. Talk to taxi drivers. They're great practice partners. Try simple questions. How long to the airport? Is there traffic now? What's a good local food to try? 2. Read signs and ads. Look around. You'll see English everywhere. Street signs, advertisements, labels in stores. Read them out loud softly to yourself. 3. Listen to conversations. At cafes or on buses, just listen to how people talk, how they greet, how they order food, how they say goodbye. It's like a free English lesson in real life. A little body language goes a long way. English is not only about words. You can also use smiles, shows friendliness, nods, shows understanding, eye contact, shows attention, pointing or showing photos helps when you can't explain a place or item. For example, if you want to ask about a dish, you can say, "What is this?" pointing at the menu. Or show a photo on your phone and say, "Do you have this?" No need for perfect sentences. Use your tools. How to handle fast speakers. One of the biggest fears for learners is, what if someone speaks too fast and I don't understand anything? Here's how to handle it like a pro. 1. Stay calm. Smile, breathe, and don't show panic. Just say, "Sorry, could you speak a bit slower, please?" 2. Repeat the keyword. If they say, "Go to the second intersection and turn left at the Red Cafe," you can respond, "Red Cafe? Okay, I understand." That shows you caught the idea, and they'll usually repeat or explain the rest. smart tools to support you. You don't need to rely on memory alone. Here are tools you should always carry. Google Translate for quick help. Voice-to-text apps. Speak in your language and translate to English. Offline maps, in case you're lost. Phrasebook app, like Lonely Planet's travel phrases. Use technology as your assistant, but try speaking English first. The more you try, the better you get. Real-world story. My friend's travel English journey. Let me tell you about my friend Riya. She's from India and had never spoken English confidently. But she had a dream to travel to Europe. She started with just 20 English phrases. She practiced every day while walking or cleaning. She would imagine conversations. Hi, I'd like a coffee. Where is the Eiffel Tower? She also started watching travel vlogs in English, repeating after the speaker. When she finally traveled to Paris, she was nervous. But guess what? She managed to check into her hostel, ask for directions to the Louvre, order food at a small cafe, make a new friend from Canada, and all this in simple English. She told me, I was not perfect, but I was proud. I spoke English, and people understood me. If she can do it, so can you. Ending with motivation. Let's finish with a little truth from the heart. You don't need to speak English perfectly to explore the world. You need bravery, preparation, and a little practice every day. Each time you speak English in a real place, at an airport, in a taxi, with a stranger, you grow more confident. You become not just a better speaker, but a better traveler, a better learner, a better version of yourself. So, when you're standing at the counter, nervous to say something in English, remember this: you are not alone. Millions of learners are doing the same. Mistakes are part of the journey. Speak, smile, ask, listen, and grow. You've got this. I believe in you. If you found this video helpful, share it with your travel-loving friends. Leave a comment. What's the first English phrase you would use on your dream trip? And don't forget, your journey doesn't begin when your plane takes off. It begins the moment you say your first English sentence with confidence. Happy travels, my friend, and happy speaking.
Hi, my name is Riya. I'm 25 years old and I live in Mumbai, India. Today, I want to share with you something very personal, my first solo trip, how I got completely lost in a new country, and how that experience changed the way I think about English and confidence. I was always afraid to speak English. In school, I understood it. I could write essays, pass exams, even read novels. But speaking, that was another story. I used to freeze. I worried about my grammar, my accent, my mistakes. So I stayed silent. But last year, something changed. I was tired of being afraid, tired of hiding, and honestly, I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do something brave. So, I booked a solo trip to London. Yes, London. A place where almost everyone speaks English fast, confidently, and with that famous British accent. My parents were shocked. My friends laughed, saying, "You'll survive on gestures and smiles." They weren't wrong. I landed in Heathrow Airport with my big red suitcase and zero experience in solo traveling. I had practiced some common phrases. Where is the restroom? Can I have a coffee, please? How do I get to the city center? But the moment I heard the announcements, I panicked. The British accent was faster than I expected. Platform 3, now departing to Piccadilly. I didn't understand anything. My hands were shaking. I somehow managed to reach the hotel. The lady at the reception smiled and said, "Good afternoon, madam. How may I assist you?" I froze. Words got stuck in my throat. Finally, I said, I have booking." She looked confused for a second, then smiled again. "Ah, you have a reservation?" "Yes," I said, relieved. "Reservation? Yes." She helped me check in, gave me the room key, and even complimented my accent. That one small conversation gave me hope. I realized, I can do this. Next day, I went out to explore the city. I took the metro to Notting Hill. I wanted to visit the Portobello Road Market, but I got lost. The map didn't help. My internet wasn't working. I stood on a street corner, completely confused. A kind old man walked by. I took a deep breath and said, "Excuse me, sir." "How I go Portobello?" He smiled and replied, "Oh, you're almost there. Just head straight. Take a right after the bakery, and you'll see it." His words were fast, but I understood. "Thank you," I said. That was my first real street conversation in English with a stranger, and it felt amazing. I started doing it more, asking questions, ordering food, asking for recommendations. At a cafe near Hyde Park, I met a girl from Spain. She was traveling alone, too. Her English was also not perfect, but we both tried. We talked for hours about food, cities, even relationships. We made mistakes, we laughed, but we understood each other. That's when I realized something big. English is not about grammar, it's about connection. Every day I pushed myself. One evening, I got stuck at a station during a delay. A group of tourists nearby were chatting. I wanted to talk, but the old fear returned. What if they laughed? But I gathered courage and said, "Hi, is this train going to Baker Street?" One woman replied, "Yes, you're on the right platform." Then she added, "Your English is great, by the way." I smiled so wide. I didn't know what to say. That one compliment made my whole day. By the end of my 10-day trip, something inside me had changed. I didn't become fluent. I didn't become perfect. But I became confident. I stopped being afraid of speaking. I realized that even if I make mistakes, people understand. In fact, people are kind. They help. They smile. They appreciate the effort. I learned to say, "Can you repeat that, please? I don't understand that word. What does it mean?" "Sorry, I'm still learning." And those sentences gave me power. Now, when I travel, I don't worry about my English anymore. I use it, freely, proudly. I still make mistakes, but now I smile through them. Because every time I speak, I grow. That trip didn't just show me the beauty of London. It showed me the beauty of learning, of growing through real-life experience.